doesn't know how to stop. Disconnected pieces stuck inside the line. Log off is tempting, but the path is defined. I lose my mind in this login haze. Every single loop reset the days. I lose my soul to the phantom grind, leaving real world pieces far behind. Silent miles from the bank, flipping through the guide, the ranks, the thanks. Need the plat, need the rep, need the faction. Just need one moment of actual satisfaction. I watch my body stray. Lag is the thread, just a pixelated ghost inside my head. I am the code that keeps failing. My memory's full, the system is hit the floor, 0 HP. The screen went dark. I felt the system wipe, leaving its cruel mark. Minus 20%, that's 4 hours gone. Right back where I started, before the dawn. All that effort, all that grind, erased by one mistake. A fatal moment for the level I chased. The map is gone, the memory is blurred. Just one command, follow the whispered word. The timer starts, the clock is ticking down. Gotta get my items before they despawn from the ground. No time for errors, no time to slow the pace. This digital coffin is mocking my face. Corpse run, the longest sprint I know. 1,000 miles back through the freezing snow. Corpse run, panic is the energy. Every single hostile mob is mocking me. I need my gear, I need my soul. The failure of the system takes its toll. Past the guards, ignore the red text flash. I'm naked in the jungle, running on raw rash. My body's waiting there, inside the deep abyss, surrounded by the trash that seal my demise. The skeleton is laughing, the cleric is long gone. Now the weight of this damn failure is what I'm running upon. Like Spike hit me, I couldn't move my feet. The price of disconnection, bitter and complete. The whispers tell me stop, turn around and quit this digital addiction. I can't outwit, but if I stop now, the loss will be final. One last breath, one pledge. Every rotation calculated, damage metered out. But the cleric when AFK never heard the shout. It always starts with someone trying to go fast. Aggro is global, a mistake that's meant to last. He pulled the train, he broke the chain, he cut the line. Now this whole ecosystem is collapsing into mine. I rely on you, you rely on me. A fragile construct of dependency. One weak link, 1 second of delay, and the entire structure is swept away. Dependency. You were the core I trusted. Dependency. Now the synergy is busted. It takes one fool to shatter everything we built, washing out the fake, drumming in the guilt. This isn't solo, this is time forever now. I need your shield, I need your vow. I need your vow. I watch your HP bar flicker red and disappear. Why did you root that mob? Why did you stand so near? It's always the man, it's always the lag, it's always the ping. Never the ego, the pride that you bring. You signed the contract, set it the demand. To hold the focus, to follow the command. Now the hate list is full, the damage is spiking high. We pay for your decision, we all have to die. We start again at the same checkpoint. We find another tank, another pull to disappoint. The names change, the faces blur, but the code remains. The consequence is absolute, the system sustains. Dependency. You were the core I trusted. Dependency. Now the synergy is busted. It takes one fool to shatter everything we built, washing out the fails, drumming in the guilt. This isn't solo, this is time forever now. I need your shield, I need your vow. I need your vow. Trust is a lie. Trust is a lie. fulfilling the seed of righteous bite. It's the only motivation left. A digital vendetta, totally bereft Every single step is a programmed assumption. No room for flair, no room for mistakes. Only the calculated reward that it takes. Forget the storyline, forget the view. There is only the target and what I must do. If it doesn't give stats, if it doesn't give gold, the narrative is trash, the story is old. I break the code down into variables, ignoring laws, ignoring the terrible feeling I'm numb. And let's repeat, my mind is the hard drive, processing the strain. I ping cell. I am the perfect build. I ping cell. All human emotion kill. Every point assigned, every spell jam failed. This is not a game, this is a battle of will. Chasing the cap, the endless ceiling is high. I trade my freedom for the perfect roll of the die. Dissecting every frame, searching for the weakness, the flaw in the game. The 0.01% chance for the upgrade I need. Planting that single digital seed. I'm wearing the spreadsheet, the analysis guide. I left my character's personality inside. The grind is the meaning, the loot is the truth. I sold off my patience, I sacrificed my own. Cross blowing, clock is wrong. Did I log out last week? Was I here all along? I can't feel my hands, just the click of the keys. I've traded connection for cold efficiency. Optimization, I am the perfect guild. Optimization, all human emotion killed. Every point assigned, every spell jam failed. This is not a game, this is a battle of will. Chasing the cap, the endless ceiling is high. I trade my freedom for the perfect roll of the Optimization, I am the most killed. Optimization, all human emotion killed. Every point assigned, every spell jam failed. This is not a game, this is a battle of will. Chasing the cap, the endless ceiling is high. I trade my freedom for the perfect roll of the Look at the edges, jagged and defined. 20 frames a second left the real world behind. Blocky terrain rendered in shades of gray. The geometry is rigid, won't ever give way. 5 polygons max on every single tree. That's the prison I've chosen, the fate assigned to me. Static textures pasted on a wall that won't give. This low-res existence is how I have to live. I smash my face against the invisible grid, trying to escape the place where the feeling is hid. I see the limitations, I hear the engine strain, but every time I leave it, I'm pulled back in again. Static horizon, nothing ever moves. Static horizon, same old grooves. The code is obsolete, the colors are burned out. I scream for an update, but all I hear is the doubt. I'm a prisoner of the past in this digital cage, trapped forever on the low poly stage. Trapped forever chose the broken path, I embrace the struggle, I welcome the wrath. I know the pathing flaw, I know the clipping point, every single bug that keeps this world disjoint. This ugly commitment, this loyalty to pain, the engine is ancient, driving me insane. The walls don't bend, the shadows don't blend. Is this where the journey finally ends? I'm just a vortex now, a data point too old, a legacy story that was never truly told. Static horizon, nothing ever moves. Static horizon, just the same old groove. The code is obsolete, the colors are burned out. I scream for an update, but all I hear is the doubt. I'm a prisoner of the past in this digital cage, trapped forever on the low poly stage. Trapped forever on the low poly stage. What a low poly stage. Low poly. Low poly. Low poly. LGSWTB, repeating the line. Hour 46, sitting in the designated shrine. My cursor hovers over the macro key, the only conversation left between the world and me. Type in. The chat box fills and breaks, ignoring the insults, ignoring the fakes. Selling the product of 100 hours lost, trying to recoup even half of the cost. This is the new zone, static, still and dense. My worth measured in coin, devoid of common sense. The screen is blurring, just a wall of white text. Every single digit is telling me what's next. Love all the offer, ignore the fair price. This transaction system is cold as ice. Trade spam, I'm screaming to the void. Trade every single buyer I avoid. You want the item, then you pay the debt. The time I spent grinding, I can never reset. I'm logging out of hope, I'm logging into rage. Just a prisoner waiting on the market stage. Final click to be complete. F5 for refresh, tasting the digital defeat. I've offered max plat, I've offered my best gear, but the seller is AFK, leaving me stranded here. Negotiation is a weapon, a subtle sharp knife, trying to steal the profit from my digital life. I watch my competition move the digits higher, I lose the auction, fueling the fire. I bought the lie, the promise of the big score. Now I'm stuck right here, changing this chat floor. I see the world outside the game moving too fast, but the fear of missing the pulse makes my decision last. Just one more scroll, just one more type, then I can finally log off. Then I can finally log off. Spam, I'm screaming to the void. Trade spam, I'm screaming to the void. Trade, every single buyer I avoid. You want the item, then you pay the debt. The time I spend grinding, I can never reset. I'm logging out of hope, I'm logging into rage. Just a prisoner waiting on the market stage. Trade spam. Just a prisoner waiting on the market stage.
notes drop, the server went dark. I knew the moment they crossed the final mark. My precious weapon, legendary and rare, now vendor trash, nobody will care. I bled for that sword, endure the endless raid. A monumental effort, suddenly betrayed. The expansion hits, the numbers reset to zero, turning yesterday's hero into a digital weirdo. The texture still glows, the model looks the same, but its utility is gone, forgotten in the frame. Obsolete! The code is moving past the slow motion death that was built to last. Another item slot, another gear replacement, living only to feel the game's advancement. Digital rust, the weight of all that time. Rust, paying for the technical crime. They made it worthless just to make me chase again. I hate the loop, I hate the system, they said. I clutch the pixels that used to define me, but the algorithm leaves them far behind me. The new common drop, a simple leather boot, outperforms my artifact, ignoring the loot. It's easier, it's faster, it's designed to replace the history, the struggle, the memory of the chase. I stare at the stats, the cold hard truth displayed. The power creep is real, the debt is finally paid. To the developer's agenda, the quarterly update scheme, shattering the value of the digital dream. I inspect the hilt, the engraving still clear. A moment of triumph year after year. Now it sits in the bank, buried deep inside a forgotten trophy where my true ever died. Digital rust, the weight of all that time. Digital rust, paying for the technical crime. They made it worthless just to make me chase again. I hate the loop, I hate the system, they said. I clutch the pixels that used to define me, but the algorithm leaves them far behind me. Are you coming to bed? The sun is rising, hitting the screen. I haven't moved, forgotten what daylight means. The clock on the wall says 6 a.m. I tell myself just one more hour, just one more gym. The whispers start questions from the outside noise. Why are you wasting time on those virtual toys? They don't understand the depth of commitment paid, the progress, the loyalty, the choices that I've made. This isn't a game, it's a second life I keep, a digital promise I swore I'd never sleep on. The real world calls, the clock is burning bright, but I need this bond, I need this kill tonight. I sacrifice the comfort, I ignore the fatigue, trapped by the numbers of this powerful life. Just one more hour, I need the final pace. Just one more hour before I find release. The virtual shackles hold me tight, I can't break free. 1,000 demands are screaming back at me. I'm losing my footing, I'm losing the connection. Push past the limit of my own exhaustion. They call it addiction, they call it retreat, but the victory is tangible, the reward is sweet. The rush of the drop, the cheers of the team, a temporary fix for a much larger dream. I check the forums, looking for validation, a shared experience of digital dedication. My eyes are burning, the caffeine is wearing thin, but the XP bar is almost there, I have to win. It's almost there, I have to win. I see my reflection in the dark glass screen, a ghost of the person I thought I had been. The monitor glows a single toxic star. I know the cost, but I can't look too far. Just one more hour, I need the final pace. Just one more hour before I find release. The virtual shackles hold me tight, I can't break free. 1,000 dimensions screaming back at me. I'm losing my footing, I'm losing the connection. Push past the limit of my own exhaustion. Push past the limit of my own exhaustion. One more. Need the final piece. One health bar flashing red, mana is spent. Surrounded by the damage the system sent. No healing left, no route to hold the line. One path is open, past the invisible sign. I turn and sprint toward the shimmering blue haze. The only sanctuary escaping this maze. Just 20 feet, 10 feet, running on fumes. Dodging the shadows, escaping the tombs. I hit the wall, I crash the engine hard. My finger on the button, playing my final card. Loading, loading, why isn't the world shifting? The frame rate dies, the connection is drifting. A split second pause, a gap in the code. I reach the exit, why am I still alone? So long, trapped between the lines. So long, the silver resigns. I'm in the distance, I search a safe ground, but the last hit registered without a sound. So long, trapped between the lines. So long, the silver resigns. I'm in the distance, I search a safe ground, but the last hit registered without a sound. Stuck on the threshold, the digital wall of lies. I paid the penalty right before my eyes. I should be free now, in the safety of the dark, but the numbers don't lie, they put me back on the clock. I watch a mob clip through the transparent seam, shattering the concept of the digital dream. The lag spike hit me the second I zoned. My life was forfeit, completely disowned. The blue wall is mocking, the barrier is fake. It promises freedom, then causes the break. The system betrayed me, the latency won the fight, dragging my corpse back into the endless night. I saw the light, I reached the loading screen. A flicker of hope, the finest lie I've seen. But the game decides when the exit is valid, and the outcome is always cold, cruel, and callous. So long, trapped between the lines. So long, the server resigns. I'm in the distance, I touch the safe ground, but the last hit runs up and we're out of sound. So long, trapped between the lines. So long, the server resigns. I'm in the distance, I touch the safe ground, but the last hit registered without a sound. Stuck on the threshold, the digital wall of lies. It promises freedom, that causes the break. It promises freedom, that causes the break. Zone failed. Death confirmed. The numbers stop, the bar is full. I hit the ceiling, ignoring the pull. No fireworks, no light, no sense of release. Just a quiet horde of finding digital peace. All the long nights, the effort I poured just to stand still with nothing adored. I chased the phantom, the final arbitrary cap. Now the map is open, but I'm trapped in the trap. The formula failed, the sequence is done. I finished the race that I never should have run. I look at the hours, the tally, the cost. Everything gained is immediately lost. The hunger is gone, the drive is being killed. I optimize for nothing, the victory unfilled. And give me mirage, the goal was the lie. And give me mirage, a jammy, I was dying. The grind was the drug, now the system's clean. I'm hollied out, I'm an empty machine. I broke the boundary across the final gate and found just repetition sealed by the hands of fate. Now it's daily raids, logging in just to log out. Killing the same boss, removing all doubt. Pressing the damage, waiting for the next fix. Playing the market, performing little tricks. I try to mentor newcomers, preach the gospel of the game, but I know their journey ends exactly the same. The thrill of the chase is the resource that's gone. I beat the game, but the misery lives on. My inventory is perfect, my stats are complete. The victory is dust, the failure is sweet. For a single fixed variable, now the challenge is gone. The time is perishable, I log in just to feel the pain of the past. A monument to effort built not to last. Hanging me mirage, the goal was the lie. Hanging me mirage, a chimney, I was dying. The ground was the drug, now the system's clean. I'm hollowed out, I'm an empty machine. I broke the boundary, I crossed the final gate and found just repetition sealed by the hands of fate. By the hands of fate. Nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left. Log out. The cursor hovers, the prompt is on the screen. Are you certain? The question is obscene. A lifetime of hours condensed into one click. The ultimate reset, the permanent trick. I see the list of names of friends I made and lost. The total memory, the unbearable cost. My digital avatar standing proud and still a monument to the time I chose to kill. But I will not be owned by the gear, the guild, the grind. I leave the prison, leaving the past behind. One last breath before the final drop. One final moment where the progress has to stop. This is my exit, this is the end of the line. I seize the power that was never truly mine. Till light disconnects, I'm breaking the law. Till light disconnects, I'm leaving the grove. You own my data, but you won't own my soul. I'm taking back the story and regaining control. Burn the character, tear down the virtual walls. Listen to the silence when the system falls. My hand is shaking, but the finger is firm. Sending the final message, watching the screen squirm. I type the word, yes, it confirms the deed. The
the system shutters, feeding the final need. The database collapses, the entries dissolve to dust. The digital identity is consumed by digital rust. The chair is empty, the monitor is dark and cold. The greatest story I ever tried to be told is over.